Hey everyone, and welcome. Think about it for a second. Every single day we're faced with choices. Some are tiny, some are life-changing, but they all need us to make a judgment. So today, we're going to build a toolkit, a mental toolkit, to help you make way smarter, stronger judgments about pretty much everything.
It always starts with something simple, doesn't it? What's for dinner? Pizza or tacos? It seems like a no-brainer, but even right here, you're making a judgment. You're thinking about what you're in the mood for, what you had yesterday, what you're craving. It's a small decision, for sure, but there's a real thought process behind it.
But what happens when the choice gets bigger? Like a lot bigger. What do you want to do with your life? Doctor? Game designer? Suddenly, the stakes are way, way higher than just dinner. And this, right here, is why understanding how we make judgments is basically a life skill. So, how do you even start to tackle a massive choice like that? Well, the first, and I mean the absolute most important step, is to figure out what you actually care about. This is how you break a huge, scary decision down into something you can actually handle. Think about a job. What's most important? Is it the money? Is it having more time with family? Or maybe you're all about adventure. See, for one person, making a ton of money is the #1 priority. But for somebody else, family time is everything. Ranking what matters to you is the foundation for any good judgment. And this has a name. It's called a value judgment. It's not just some random guess. It's a process. It's you actively figuring out what you believe is most important. And here's the crucial thing. A good decision isn't about finding the one right answer that works for everyone. No way. It's about finding the right answer for you based on your values. Okay, so once you know what's important to you, the next tool you need is a really powerful one. It's learning how to separate what is actually provably true from what is just, a feeling. This lays it out perfectly. An opinion is your personal take on things. I would like to float around without gravity. That's a perfectly good opinion. It's a desire, a feeling. But a fact is a different beast entirely. There is gravity on Earth. That's not really up for debate, is it? You can prove it with evidence. Opinions can change, but facts are solid. All right, let's put this to the test. I'm going to throw out a couple of statements, and you decide, is it a fact you can prove or an opinion that's based on a feeling? Ready? So, what do you think? Fact or opinion? This one is a fact. And why? Because we can go out and find the evidence. We can literally look at data from organizations all over the world to prove whether this is true or false. Okay, how about this one? School is the best experience. That word best is a huge clue. This is an opinion. For a lot of kids, this might feel true, but for others, maybe not. There's just no way to prove it's the best for every single person, because it's based on personal feelings. And this is exactly why this all matters so much. The absolute worst arguments are the ones where people just state their opinion like it's a fact that can't be questioned. Once you learn to spot the difference, you can see right through a flimsy argument and get to what's real. All right, tool number 3 in our kit. This one might be the trickiest because it means we have to look at ourselves. We all have hidden preferences and assumptions that can really cloud our thinking. This is called bias. To put it simply, bias is just when you lean one way or another, and sometimes you don't even realize you're doing it. It's like putting your thumb on the scale to make one side heavier. It means you're not giving every side a fair shot because you're already leaning for or against an idea or a person. So how do you spot bias in yourself or in other people? Well, you can ask some pretty simple questions. When you hear an argument, have you already picked a favorite before it even starts? Is somebody trying to make you feel really angry or guilty instead of just giving you facts? Are they just shouting over everybody else? These are all major red flags for bias. Okay, so we've got our 3 big tools: knowing our values, separating fact from opinion, and checking for bias. Now, let's put it all together and see how we can build a really strong judgment. And here it is, your personal judgment toolkit. Step 1, you start with your values. What really matters to you in this situation? Step 2, you go find the facts, the real evidence to support the choice you're leaning towards. And finally, step 3, you do a quick bias check. Are your feelings taking over, or is your choice really backed up by good reasons? And this is maybe the biggest takeaway of all. Making a great judgment isn't about being a robot who only looks at data. It's about knowing what you care about, your values, and then using facts and reason to make the strongest possible case for it. It's about using your heart and your head together. So the next time you're scrolling through your feed or watching a debate get heated, you have the tools. You know how to look for the values, how to separate the facts from the feelings, and how to spot the biases. So the question is, how are you going to use this new toolkit to make a little more sense of the world?